guys are awesome. And I don't mean that as a blanket statement. I mean literally. YouTube says that 100% of the people who watched my video are dudes. The traction and support that was received on why Moon is actually a goated map is enormous. I honestly wasn't even expecting 10 views in like a month, but you guys absolutely crushed it and it made me extremely happy. So thank you so much. If you like what I make, please take a moment to consider subscribing. I hope to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the month if possible, but anyways, on to the video. Released on February 2nd and March 3rd in 2016, respective dates for both PlayStation and Xbox, a map was born that would top all the others. For some, leave some respect for Moon. This map took Black Ops 3 by storm. You've got bows that shoot wolves and lightning, shooting skulls? Okay, this map might be goated. Each of these bows has its own unique upgrade path that makes you feel in control of the element you use. Even the fire bow. You've got a cool environment, a cool set of weapons. The hounds from Mob of the Dead are back in dragon form. It's a cool place. Now, let me delve into the map specifics and list all of them and why people see it as the goated of GOAT maps. The map's main quest involves the use and interaction of ancient artifacts to progress and defeat the boss. If players want to unlock secrets and some hidden areas, they must complete different puzzles. The special weapon you can obtain can be upgraded through trials and will result in a different element. There is a unique and fun way to travel around the map that takes you soaring into the air. Inside of the boss fight, you must navigate around constantly to avoid the boss attacks. To obtain the Pack-a-Punch, you have to interact with a Pack-a-Punch location around the map and then it'll occasionally move around. As I spoke about each of these, I'm sure all of you could picture each scenario that was described. I would say that these conditions make for a wonderful map, and seeing how it is the Eisendrache, most people would agree. I agree too. Wonder weapons with elements are super awesome. There is another map that fits these guidelines though. Another map that people say is the worst of all time, at least until Vanguard showed up. In fact, with those descriptions I gave, I wasn't even talking about Eisendrache. I was actually talking about Voyage of Despair. All of the statements I gave about the map are true for both Voyage and Eisendrache. The Kraken and its multiple elements, the bows with their elements, ancient artifacts? Nah son, those are the Sentinel artifact and the bows. Traveling around the map, the weird portal things in Voyage and the Wonder Spheres from DE. You see where I'm getting at? Also, to mention, the travel methods on Voyage are actually better than DE. You can choose where to get off at rather than a full commit to one location. Yes, the ride is much shorter on Eisendrache, but that doesn't even matter. Wait, actually it does. Voyage gives you that much more time to breathe and relax while traveling. There is no way that a map that has a description this consistent to the worst map can be hailed as the greatest of all time. Now, don't get me wrong, I love DE. It is a very fun map, and my favorite bow is the wolf bow. If you know, you know. DE does have downsides, some critical ones at that. The map contains several unoriginal ideas. The dragons? Nah, those are ripped straight from Mob of the Dead. I'm just surprised they didn't bring back the dang retriever somewhere on the map. The Panzer returns too from Origins. Sure, they slapped an electricity launcher on them, but that doesn't give the map the points it needs, nor does it differentiate the bosses enough. It seems like Call of Duty as a whole is just bringing back the same bosses to every single map now. Elemental bows? Sure, they made bows shoot other elements than ice, wind, lightning, and fire. Never mind, they came up with 2 elements for the bows. That's either laziness or there are 0 other elements to make something cool with. I'm thinking it's the former. Some of the tasks you complete to wield the bows are absolutely ridiculous. The Void Bow has such a dumb quest for a not even so powerful bow. And if you don't manage to get the bow done by like round 12, if you're a noob, good luck getting those crawlers. Even more so with the horde numbers on that round, you'll never get it done. And you have to feed 6 heads with crawlers. The bow is filled with RNG too, of having to wait for zombies drops to give you the right symbols you need. I would rather gamble for 3 sevens on a slot machine than do this garbage. Once you finally manage to complete the mini quest, you get the bow. All that hard work for this thing, and clearly it's going to be the most overpowered one, right? No, the skulls single out one zombie, it's slow, it's bad. Oh, and with the visual clutter of the bow, you can't see anything and you might go down. And that's just one of the bows. The fire bow quest sucks too, and I didn't even cover that. The rocket test too is the dumbest thing I've ever had to put up with in a map. When you want the rocket test to begin, it never does. I spent so long waiting for the stupid rocket test to begin that I just started scrolling on my phone while walking in circles because there's nothing else to do because it won't start. Peak map design moment. I did the Easter egg recently, as in yesterday, so I could be refreshed on the steps. The poor people that figured out the Easter egg need to get their therapy paid for. What in the world does shooting 4 random electric orbs around the map have to do with saving Dempsey? Maybe I just don't know the lore, but still. I do have to give the boss fight props though. The area is awesome, and the Big Keeper boss is a fun fight that doesn't offer much challenge. I have to give credit to the time travel steps as well. I like those moments in maps where you just walk around and observe while being safe from zombies. It gives me feelings reminiscent of when you get those extra rooms on Kino. Now, I'm not saying that Voyage is on the same level of Der Eisendrache. They 100% are not. Voyage is a terrible map, but it holds so many comparisons to the quote-unquote best map that maybe it's not that bad. I'll have to come back and advocate for it sometime. The amount of unoriginality that builds the core pieces of the map is heartbreaking. From the hounds from Mob, to the Panzers on Origins, to the staves just being the bows, they're the same thing. But my feelings on the map are conflicted. I think the map is good, but it's not the best. I've had so much more fun on other maps that DE kind of gets cast to the shadows. Once again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to hear what I have to say. I know it's a hot take, maybe even the hottest take, and a lot of people won't agree with this, but I feel it's worthy enough to publicize. If you don't agree, let me know in the comments. Let me know what I missed that constitutes the map as an S tier map. If you agree with my take, what map do you think is the best? Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. This has been Duck Discusses, tuning out.